Hey there, Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, Aquarius Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Thanks for stopping by my channel. Stick around, see if there's anything that's valued for you. We work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. I always like to start with a little conversation starter from Spirit, so let's see what we get here. And while I'm doing that, I'd like to remind you that your sun sign is how you feel inside. Your moon sign is how you feel about what's going on around you and how you interact with the world. And the rising sign is how you interact. It's your personality, how you interact. Okay, the reason I paused is because you have the Judgment card. And so I think I want another card. Like, I think I want to know, what is the Judgment about? Oh, they aren't going to tell me. Okay, so we're flying blind. Let's just see what happens here. So, Aquarius, the full moon happened last Tuesday in your 8th house of transformation. So that was a pretty big deal. That something that needed to disappear or change in your life, or something did. Something changed. Something was eliminated, transformed in some way, changed into another direction. Here we have this woman walking away from what looks like an unhealthy lifestyle, and she's moving toward Gabriel, who's calling her, and flowers are coming out of his trumpet as he's calling to her, and she's made the decision to just go. And so it could be all kinds of transformation. Maybe someone in your life has passed away. Maybe it was a decision that you made that you needed to leave something behind that wasn't working for you, or something like that. But in the middle of all this, we're starting out the week. We're walking in with the moon in Scorpio, which is in your 10th house of career, authority, father figures, and so there's some beauty in this. So let's just say, for instance, your father passed away. The beauty is that maybe he's not suffering anymore. That's hard to believe sometimes, right? That's a painful thing. Maybe you lost a job, and the beauty is you didn't really like that job anyways, and so now you're going to find a much better one. I feel like this was a decision that was made that was partly yours, and maybe not completely yours, because when we have the major arcana cards, it's oftentimes that destiny is involved in the hand of fate. And you have stay optimistic. Your dreams are coming true. Don't quit right before the miracle happens. So I feel like there's been a lot of things going on for you, and you don't really feel like you're in control of it, which makes you uncomfortable. You feel like other people's judgment or the situation or things are just kind of happening and being eliminated and moving around, and you don't necessarily have any say in it. So the universe is asking you to look for the beauty in it, to stay optimistic, and to be forward thinking. See how she's looking back over her shoulder? She should be looking forward, because what she's leaving behind isn't where she's supposed to be. Okay? So that's part of that. All right. And then on Monday at 4:19 in the afternoon, the moon is moving into Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is in your 11th house of groups and group activities and your public persona, how people see you out there, like in public, your what's the word I want? Your reputation. And so here we have resilience. See how it looks like she's carrying this really heavy burden, and it looks like it was refuse, but there's growth in it, and there's opportunities, and she can't see them because they're behind her. They're on her back, so she's not really seeing them. So you're being asked to look forward and to reach for the wisdom. And wisdom comes from experience. It doesn't come from something you read in a book. It doesn't come from something that you're taught in a classroom. Wisdom comes from life experience. And so there's a lot of life experience she's carrying around there. And with that comes the wisdom. And so the integration of the experiences, and to synthesize them in and bring them in as a good life experience for you, so that you can learn and grow and understand. That's what's going on with this moon in Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is all about that. It's the feet on the ground, and the archer, the centaur, is aiming at the stars, and they're full of innate wisdom, and they remember to be grateful. Okay, so that's harder sometimes than finding the beauty, because the lesson's going to be really super, super tough, and finding the gratitude for, I'm thinking of Dr. Seuss right now. What is the saying that Dr. Seuss has is, don't be sad because it's over, be happy because it happened, or something like that. I'm not really good with that, but hopefully you are on the same page with me. Sometimes things come to an end that we really don't want them to, and instead of being caught up in the misery of the ending, instead look for the beauty and the joy, find the wisdom, and be grateful that you had the experience in the first place. So maybe that job didn't work out, but maybe you made some friends there, or you learned something that will enable you to have a better job. You know, something like that. Okay, let's get you a little guidance on that. And you have great adventure. Take a risk and venture forward. So yes, so this is moving forward, taking the risk and moving forward, leaving behind what you know and moving forward and trying something new. And we have rainbow blessings that start showering into your life. I honestly feel like I'm talking to two different groups of people here. I feel like I'm talking to people who are moving forward at the end of a cycle of something that ended they didn't want to, like a job or something like that, or a marriage, something that wasn't working right, and they're moving forward. And then I also feel like I'm talking to people who have lost loved ones, because this rainbow bridge here makes me think of it could be a pet, right? Blessings are showering into your life, and so if you have lost a loved one this week, I'm really, really sorry. I just really feel like that's what's happening here. But I also feel like there's two different people. There's people with the great adventure, like the end of something so that you could have something great happening and move forward and just go with it. And then the people who may have lost a loved one. And so that's kind of how that feels to me. All right. On Thursday, when you wake up in the morning, because it's at 1:48 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the moon is in your 12th house of hopes and goals and dreams. And so that's the energy that'll carry you through Thursday and Friday, and most of the day on Saturday. And Friday, Venus squares Uranus in Aries. That's tough energy in regards to love and money, because Venus is about love and money. And so because she's back in Capricorn right now, and that's going to square that energy in Aries just before it moves into Taurus. And so be careful around the house. People might be a little testy. You might have some fights with your significant others regarding love or money. Okay, so just there's your weather warning. Okay, so you have, are you making small efforts? Oh, as you make small efforts in your money garden, the nectar of your efforts will be rewarded with sweetness of happiness. So if you guys are fighting about money, you know, maybe make a plan. Like, we need money, or if there's tension about it, start saying, well, okay, we can set aside $5 a week, or we need to, if we both gave up a coffee on our way to work, then between the two of us, we could save maybe $10 a week or something like that. And then you have Dragonfly Luck. And Dragonfly Luck says, allow the riches of the abundance to come in unexpected and wonderful ways. Okay, so now this is interesting, because this one is about making a savings deposit. So, okay, so paying yourself first. Taking money straight off the top of the paycheck. When you do that, you are saying to the universe, I am confident that I can do this, because I know that you will bring in more and I will have enough. Instead of searching the couch cushions every couple of weeks to see what's there, take the money straight off the top and put it into savings. And it doesn't have to be a lot. It's just that regular, steady, I know that you are going to provide for me, and so I can pick this money and I can put it aside, and I don't have to worry about it because I know there will be enough. That is when the universe understands that you understand that you have unlimited potential for abundance. And so then they bring it to you. And so I'm going to suggest that you take up some kind of a plan, a savings plan, where you take money off the top of your paycheck instead of the bottom. You know, instead of what's left over, take it from the top. Saturday, the moon moves into your house of Aquarius. And so this is definitely about you and how you feel about you and how you feel about how you interact with the world. And there is a sense of, when we're talking about the money, you know, this resistance, this breaking through, and that you are protected. I'm so sorry that I missed those. I still feeling the energy of the loss. It's really, wow. Somebody lost somebody. Okay, so Saturday. With this moon in Aquarius, it's time to surrender to your higher knowledge. Aquarius, you have like antennas that point to the universe. Like Sagittarius has their arrow pointed and pulls energy, information down, but you have like another layer of connection. It's the highest of the connections. It's like you're the highest of the connections and Pisces has the deepest of connections. It's very interesting. So you are listening. You are being encouraged to, with the moon in this position, to really listen to your innate knowledge and release your need to control the situation and really go with your gut and move in the direction that you know is right, away from the stuff. Take the risk. Take the risk, you know, and stay optimistic about it. Take the risk. So let's get you a little guidance on that. Whew. Okay, that was weird. Yes, somebody lost a pet. The Rainbow Bridge. Your pet is safe. It says you have a special bond with animals. Your pets on earth and in heaven are watched over by angels. That is definitely this energy right here and the Rainbow Bridge energy, right? Okay, so can I get a card for everybody else that did not lose a loved one or a pet? You have, I am the angel of abundance and you will receive the money that you need and God is in charge of how that happens. Have faith. So we're back to this staying optimistic, taking the risk, and setting a little money aside on a regular basis. So there's definitely two groups of people. Somebody who's concerned about finances, maybe it was a job change, maybe it's just that you have something you want to do, or money's tightening up for whatever reason, maybe something's coming up. Or maybe you want to go on a trip and you want to save money for it. Oh my gosh, take a risk, go on an adventure. Wouldn't that be an excellent thing? That could really be it too. I can totally see that because we have the Dragonfly luck. So maybe you don't know how you can afford to go, but you really want to travel. Start taking money off the top of your paycheck and just know that the money that you need will be there, that it'll be okay. So go ahead and start the savings for it. Doesn't have to be a lot. It just needs to be regular. Okay, so that looks really good. All right, let's get you a color card. Wow, that totally threw me off. So sorry. Yeah. Oh, wow, I'm really glad that popped up there. You want to see my ceiling or do you want to see the cards? Let's look at the cards. There we go. Although it's a lovely ceiling, it really is. Okay, and you have we have two groups of cards. It's really interesting. So for the people who have lost a loved one, you have Inhale a Breath of Life, Peach, and Pink, Let Love In. And so you're the ones for the Dr. Seuss. Be happy that it happened, right? So let your friends surround you with love and support, and let them be there for you. And then for those of you who are worried about money, wow. This doesn't usually happen. We have purify your body, attract abundance, gold, and strengthen your faith, lilac. So again, trusting that you guys can attract in the energy and the abundance that you want, believing in that energy, that gosh, abundance, the universe is unlimited in the amount of abundance there is in it. And so when you trust in that, when you really have faith in it, when you say, I believe in that, and so I'm setting this money aside, your bills will still get paid. If you just trust in it, honestly, it'll happen. Like money will come out of, you'll be like, oh, somebody just gave me a big tip, or I don't know. It's weird the way it shows up. Just trust in it. You don't, big tax return, something, right? So, all right, Aquarius. Well, that was a really interesting ride. I will see you back here next week. And you take care. We're going to get into Mercury in retrograde. I don't want you to freak out about that because you're an air sign and it's really going to affect the water signs more. So just start paying attention to details, which you sort of do anyways. Okay? I'll talk to you soon. You have a good week. Bye.